What it do? It's Ty, the crypto guy here, and it's been a minute since I've actually sat down, recorded a video, and so much has happened since September when the last time I dropped a YouTube video and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give you a quick recap of what I had going on from the last video, and then really just catch up. You know what I mean? It's been way too long. That's really my fault. I have no excuses for anything like that. But we should just really catch up and see what's happening in the markets because a lot has happened. All right. So what I'm gonna do is find a quick time because I want to share my screen with you guys. Right. QuickTime player. And we're gonna go here. All right. So. File new screen recording. Record. Okay, I believe I'm recording now. So here's where we're going to start. So the last time I was talking about DAI, which is a dollar-backed stablecoin. It's supposed to be 1-to-1 with US dollars, right? So one DAI, one US dollar. And then I was going over yield farming, which was DeFi, you know what I mean? So going back to that, let's go. I wanted to show you how much interest I earned in DAI, right? And there's some other ways to earn interest in DeFi. So the DeFi summer has essentially cooled off, and it's now going into fall and winter and stuff like that. So it is what it is. And we're gonna go into Yearn, right? So on Yearn, I initially put in 5,000 DAI. And then I needed to take some out because I needed to purchase something and really invest in myself. So I took some money out and then purchased something. Now, I don't know what happened here, why it says Nan DAI, but really I've earned about 128, 130 DAI. Let's see if we can refresh that. Okay, one sec. So I'm using my mobile hotspot in order to have internet access. I don't have Wi-Fi where I'm currently at right now, but you can see I got a new painting behind me. Got these new chairs. Didn't come out of my pocket, but I'm definitely going to utilize it. You know, it's not showing it, unfortunately, but we'll probably get another snippet of that and then add it on. But what I wanted to talk about was, so we went from the DeFi summer and everything was just blowing up because everything was built on the Ethereum blockchain, and then you have people being able to earn interest on whatever they had, right? So it could have been a stablecoin like DAI or USDC or Ethereum or all these other freaking tokens out there, and then earn crazy yields and then essentially just return a profit. Nothing like anything that's really traditional. And then from there, there's been so many developments within the cryptocurrency space that it's really just hard to keep track of everything. Some of the name-worthy things I would say was let's say Kraken becoming a depository institution. So essentially they became a bank. They are a crypto bank. So it's a way of, I would say, inflowing money into the crypto space. That's just one of the regulatory hurdles. And then you got PayPal allowing, or enabling their millions of customers to purchase Bitcoin. That's huge. And PayPal, not only on PayPal, but Venmo. I mean, when I was in college, I didn't hear of Venmo, but after leaving college, everybody was using Venmo. And then if you're going to use Venmo, if you're going to use Bitcoin on Venmo and some other current cryptocurrencies, that's only further increasing the mainstream adoption of cryptocurrencies, and its use cases, right? And then that's amongst the backdrop of it being an inherently scarce asset, right? And then you got these publicly traded companies namely MicroStrategy, and this guy named Michael Saylor purchasing $450 million worth of Bitcoin because he sees it as a hedge against inflation, against our like further devaluation of US dollars. Not a lot of people understand that. Like, it's kind of just like way over their head, but like if you understand that and know how to apply that, then like you're just going to be ahead of everybody else that doesn't get it, right? And then you're essentially going to be able to protect your wealth, grow your wealth, and have a stronger purchasing power than everybody else. So he did that about a month ago, and from that, like the price of Bitcoin has skyrocketed, right? So his $450 million, he made over $100 million just from making a decision, right? So like he literally went to sleep one day, woke up, was like, hey, I'm going to purchase all this Bitcoin, and then let the market do what it does, wakes up the next morning, hey, I'm $100 million richer, right? Must be nice. I'm being a little bit facetious, but let's just say like having an asset skyrocket in value over 50% is insane. Like, it's just really unheard of. And like, it's durable, right? Like, it's durable. So it's not only like these publicly traded companies, there's like hedge funds and institutions and like businesses that are really seeing the value behind this asset. So not only did he do that, but Twitter's Jack Dorsey purchased $50 million of Bitcoin as well, and some other companies out there, and who's next, right? So like all these companies that have like millions of dollars of cash reserves, and they're going to decrease in value at least 2%. So if you have $100 million, that's $2 million that's just going to go down the drain. Why not park that into an asset that's going to not only hold its value but increase in value as more and more people see the value in it? I don't know, it's just a positive feedback loop. And like, I would say the reason it's gone up, it's simple supply and demand. Like, it's economics 101. You have a limited supply, right? And then you have this demand just growing, right? So like, I remember in econ class, there's a supply and demand curve, right? So like, if demand goes up and supply goes down, then price goes up, right? That's just how it works. So let's apply this in the real world. So there is a thing called the halvening with Bitcoin. Like, there's only half as much being produced every day compared to the last 4 years, essentially. Like, this is technical jargon and whatnot, right? So its supply went down, and it's a finite supply at 21 million Bitcoin, right? And then the demand of it has gone up, right? So you see this guy like Michael Saylor buying $450 million worth, Jack Dorsey $50 million worth, Grayscale Asset Management, they have like $500 million in cryptocurrency assets under management, maybe even billions of dollars. I don't know. I should probably find out. And then you got like hedge funds, multimillionaires, billionaires, and like even governments getting into it. Like, it's going to be an insane ride. Like, I'm just like strapped in, ready for a rocket ship, like ready to go. Now, let's take a look at the charts, and we'll have like a little history lesson. And I honestly feel like I'm rambling a little bit. I would say like because I'm excited about it. And yeah, let's look at the charts. I'm really bummed I wasn't able to show what my earnings are. But let's look at Bitcoin, right? So let's go back to 2017, right? How much was it? Not even $1,000. And then you had that hype, right? Where it went all the way to near 20,000, right? Near 20,000. Now everybody was talking about it. Everybody was like, okay, how do I buy it? Where do I buy it? Like, can I buy it like here, and then like the next day, like it doubles in value and all that stuff? And now, mind you, back then the infrastructure wasn't there. This was literally just hype, right? So like, it peaked near $20,000, and then it just died, like died. So that was all of 2018, right? So it literally fell how much in value? I'm gonna try and fell 85%, 83%, 80 whatever, 80+% in value, right? From its height of near 20,000 in 2017, end of 2017. Now during this amount of time, there's just been a lot of development, and I would say the narrative behind Bitcoin has just matured more. Since its existence from 2008 until now, so like 11 years, 12 years of existence, the fundamentals have changed, right, of what's happening in the world. The fundamentals of the cryptocurrency space has changed. There's more regulation, there's more mature investors and participants within this market, right? So that caused like a slight appreciation in like the summer of 2019, and then it fell off a little bit, and then we got into 2020, right? So like 19, this was January 2020, the beginning of this year, there was a huge candle, right? And then like a lot of people, they were really hyped, like, oh, we're gonna see what this thing's gonna do. And then this thing called the Rona happened. So like we're in the middle of a pandemic here, and literally everything tanked. So not only Bitcoin in the cryptocurrency market tanked, but stocks tanked. Gold did okay, and then everything just looked kind of like doom and gloom. It was like the end of the world or whatever, but it really wasn't. So it dipped down all the way down to $4,000, right? Now, mind you, at the same time, the U.S. government wanted to get money into people's pockets, so they gave most people $1,200. I didn't get $1,200. Now, what a lot of people did, and like there's evidence to back this up, people that got their stimulus checks and they didn't need to use that on something, they invested it. So a lot of people, they invested it on like Robinhood or Acorns, and even on Coinbase there was $1,200 deposits or purchases of Bitcoin here, right? So let's say at 5,000, let's see, so you got 1,200 divided by 5,000, right? They would have bought 0.24 Bitcoin. They would have bought that much Bitcoin, right, for $1,200. So from 5,000, let's say 5,000 up to its current price of near 19,000, 18,693, that's 263% gain, right? So like you would have doubled your money. So that 0.24 that I still got there, that 0.24 that I got there, you multiply that by its current price, 18,632, would have turned into $4,472.04, right? Why didn't I get one? It's unfortunate. It's kind of just like the way that it is. So like these people, they got free money, and then they let it sit there, and then they got even more free money. So that's just one of the ways that you could have like used investing into Bitcoin to double your money, even more than double your money. So it's just really crazy seeing how that like played out. And I would say the amount of development within this year has been insane. So from January 21st, and then we're nearing the end of this year, and looking at just what's happening in the world and the infrastructure behind Bitcoin, right? Like, I think it's only gonna grow more. It may, do whatever. Like I can't, be a fortune teller. I can't tell the future or anything like that. But I just see more money being poured into this, and I don't know how what levels people may pull out at or like anything like that. I just see it growing, growing a lot more, and it'll be interesting to see. Like I have these levels plotted out within 5 years because when it comes to like investing, and it's something that I need to apply to myself. Like this isn't investing advice. This is just like what I'm personally doing. I'm looking out 5 years, 2 to 5 years, right? Because I would say like I got in 2018, right? Like I saw it pop up in 2017 and then like I just didn't get in. So like I would say like here November of 2018, I got in. So Command V, I'm gonna draw a line here. I would say like I got in here and then like my investment immediately dropped. So I had to go through 2 years of just, all this narrative that, oh, Bitcoin is a sham and stuff like that. And the government's just going to take it away and whatever. And like, it just literally just like chugged along and did its thing and said like, screw you to everybody. And now it's nearing all-time highs. That was a little rant of just Bitcoin and stuff like that. But I would say like looking into the future and, taking many different things into stock. Where do I see Bitcoin going? I hope it keeps growing, as more people become educated on it and just start getting involved in the space and seeing the potential for growth that it has, and get rid of like that naivety, and keep their greed in check, you know what I mean? Because like a lot of people, they're going to make a lot of money and like they see that potential. And, like going back to 2017 when a lot of people got into it, they were motivated by greed, right? So that's a quick way for a lot of people to go broke and lose a lot of their money. So, of course, like have a lot of risk management, manage your risk and only be comfortable with what you're willing to part ways with. Like if, God forbid something happens to the Bitcoin network or like the world in general and like it just goes completely down and it goes to zero, then like boom, it's just gone in an instant. Highly unlikely, but like those are some of the things that you got to think about. Or what if you have something in your life come up and like you need to pay for something and then like all you have invested is in Bitcoin, right? That's your entire net worth, stuff like that. So yeah, like I personally believe that this market is going to continue to grow as the conversation keeps going about it. The narrative of Bitcoin being an alternative to say gold as a currency, a method of payment, a unit of account, and a storage of value, right? Like, and those are some of the characteristics of money, right? And then knowing how Bitcoin operates and understanding what's happening out there in the world and just kind of putting everything all together and see how it fits and just going from there. So in the future I should be talking more about this and more topics and whatnot. So we'll just leave it at that and continue to look forward into the future. So this is Ty, the Crypto Guy. Peace.